Hi everybody. So today we're going to talk again about weight loss. I realize over the last few videos that I've been talking about insulin resistance and people are going, what the hell? So the reason that you are not losing weight is because you are insulin resistant for the most part. The reason you are insulin resistant is because you have been spiking your insulin too often over a long period of time. So your body is exhausted, your cells are exhausted, they can't use the insulin that comes to them properly. It's a kind of a hard concept because we are used to the concept of calories and weight loss. When you're doing the ketogenic diet, calories don't matter. The more fat and protein you eat, the more weight you lose. You'll actually maintain a normal weight. The big difference for me for this diet and other diets, sorry, I've got orange hands, I was doing my fake tan, is that you will get to a certain weight level and your body will maintain that weight level, a healthy body weight level with about between 5 and 10% fat or whatever it is, maybe it's more. So, and you'll find it hard to get below that on the ketogenic diet because the keto diet is about health. It's not really about weight, but the great thing about it is that you have massive weight loss. I've lost 53 pounds. I lost 41 pounds in 3 months at the beginning. You'll have massive weight loss because a lot of it will be the inflammation as well. You'll have reduced all the inflammation. You'll have taken the shit out of your arteries, the plaque, some of it. You'll have to do it for a bit longer to get all of it out, but I've almost all of mine out. Every organ in your body will be working in perfect harmony. But for most of us, that really doesn't matter. It's what's on the outside. And I've had the benefit of what's on the outside. So with the ketogenic diet, you not only have this phenomenal weight loss, even though you're eating very high level of calories. I have more fat and more protein than I ever had before. But the thing that we really can't get our heads around is that the fat on your body correlates to the carbohydrates that you're eating, not the fat and protein. It's a very hard concept because we grew up with the food pyramid. I grew up with the food pyramid. We grew up with this eat mostly carbs, mostly grains. I'm not against grains at all. I love a slice of brown bread. I love chocolate. I love crisps. I mean, give me potatoes all Christmas. But the thing is that we're doing it all the time over many years. Even if you're a 3-year-old child, you've had a lot of carbs in 3 years every day. This is not just in the evening. This is every day, morning, breakfast, cereal. So the concept of insulin resistance is an alien concept to us, and you won't get support anywhere for it. No one will support you on it. They'll all be going, oh, she's talking in a fad. She hasn't a clue. Nobody knows any of that stuff. This is all gaining traction now. There are doctors, Dr. Mark Hyman, Dr. Benjamin Bigman, Dr. Thomas Seyfried, Dr. Dale Bretherson, Dr. Perlmutter, Dr. Eric Berg, Dr. Eric Westman, Dr. Ken Berry, these incredible, Dr. Stephen Gundry, Dr. Baz, these incredible doctors that are out there, and they've been talking about insulin resistance for years, for decades. But we don't want to listen to them. We haven't been listening. I mean, some of them have been talking about it for about 30 years, and they've said the abuse that they put up with. Dr. Lustig, Robert Lustig, Dr. William Davis. These guys are talking about it for years, and they get abuse. Oh, Why We Get Fat, I can't remember his name, a great book as well. And he talks about carbohydrates. We are designed to desire and want carbohydrates. The problem with the modern world is that we have carbohydrates every day. Why are cancer rates rising? Why are cancer rates in young people rising? Why are people getting chronic illness at a much younger age? Why are people suffering from fatigue? Things like fibromyalgia that we never really heard of before. There's all sorts. Some people are associating even with autism. I don't know anything about that area, but I definitely see from my research, definitely the cancer element and the autoimmune and the area of fatigue, coronary events, it all goes back to the carbohydrates. It's a very difficult concept. And even as I'm talking, you will be sitting there going, she's spouting shit. She is spouting shit. But I can tell you for definite that you will get astounding results weight-wise as well as internally from the ketogenic diet. There is no two ways about it. It is the diet of the century. In the next 10 to 15 years, I hope sooner, but I would say unlikely, there is going to be an astounding explosion in people adapting to the ketogenic diet. Because the great thing about the ketogenic diet for me is that you can do the ketogenic diet and you can cycle back in and out, because what you're doing is you're giving your body a break from carbs. And then I eat as many carbs. It's my daughter's birthday the other day. It's my son's birthday today. We've got a big chocolate log, one of those caterpillar, he's 15, but one of those caterpillar cakes, celebration cakes. So I'm going to have some cake. But the thing is, I'm not having cake for my breakfast in the form of porridge. The body doesn't know it's not cake. I'm not having that for breakfast. Then for my morning snack, I'm not having yogurt and fruit. The body doesn't know it's not cake. I'm not having a sandwich at lunchtime. The body doesn't know it's not cake. I'm not having an afternoon scone. The body doesn't know it's not cake. And I'm not having an evening meal with carbohydrates, with a lot of carbohydrates. The body doesn't know it's not cake. So that's 5 times I've had cake. The body doesn't know, it doesn't care. It doesn't care, it's porridge. You think it's better for you, it's not. Have eggs. And I've said you can do this diet on a vegan. Of course you can. Vegan diets in the long run will make you tired, more tired. I've been vegan, I've been vegetarian. I was vegetarian for years. I was then vegan for a while. You never feel good. I feel amazing. I don't eat loads and loads of meat, but say I had chili yesterday, which is beef chili. I feel much better. I feel every part of me feels much better. I feel like I'm healthier. So it's a very difficult concept to get into, but the weight loss is astounding. You will get rid of your type 2 diabetes, you'll get rid of your pre-diabetes, you'll get rid of your fatigue, you'll get rid of your brain fog. Now there's a fear in that. There's a terror in getting rid of your brain fog and your fatigue, because we become dependent on those ailments that we have. They become part of our personality, say at work. They become part of us, part of what we can moan about when we go to work, which is perfectly fine. And that I acknowledge that. I acknowledge the social norms can be very much upscuttled by a selfish act on your part, which is to go on the ketogenic diet to clean up your act. So you don't have to go on it too early, but it's something to keep in mind that someday you're not going to want your insides to be shutting down, coming too close. Recently, I had 2 people come to me. One person had had their gallbladder removed. I wish I had met them 6 months earlier, or even 2 months earlier. And I would have said, you don't have to get your gallbladder removed. You just need to clean up your diet, because inside around your gallbladder and your bile duct is a load of all sludge, which is built up from years of you eating carbohydrates, not fat and protein. And I would have immediately put that person on a fat and protein diet, and with some fiber. Like I am ketogenic, so I use the fiber from cruciferous vegetables like cabbage, Brussels. I don't care if you don't like it. If you don't like those foods, it means you're not hungry. You shouldn't be eating. The great thing about the ketogenic diet is you never feel hungry, and you will never have a problem with maintenance. My big problem before with any other kind of diets is this constant maintenance. Impossible, because it's always carb-based. Whereas with this diet, zero worry about maintenance. Zero worry about maintenance. I can eat as much fat and protein as I want, and I'm never hungry. And it's very sad to think that people are even, our medical people. I don't want to put any blame on medical people, because to be honest, they're not educated in internal medicine in terms of prevention. They're not educated in that. So we really can't blame the doctors, and we shouldn't be depending on the doctors for our health. We should be depending on ourselves. And I don't think that anybody should, my kids had the same diet as everybody else growing up, cereal and whatever. I don't think there's anything wrong with that now and again, but it's great to intersperse it with a break of eggs for breakfast, or, something else that is carb and fat related. So I think that it's important to acknowledge the social norms and where you are, but to start getting your head around that you don't want to be insulin resistant. You don't want to be stuffing carbs into your body, which are then turning into something else. You think you're not eating cake every 5 minutes, you're eating cake. You may as well be eating cake. So you need to get more fat and protein into your diet, and if you're anything like me, just get carbs out of your diet completely for a while. And get the keto flu, get on with it, and start changing your own life. Put your own mask on first. Talk to you soon. Bye.